Hi, it's Dorothy Guiney with Scrapbooking Quebec. In this video, I'm going to share the layouts and projects I created in October and November 2024. I made 26 pages and a handful of cards with the kit I put together at the beginning of October, along with two kits from Mercy Tiara Kits, Cheerful and Cuddle Up. Layouts with process videos will be listed and linked below. And at the end of this video, I will show still shots for each one of these projects. So without further ado, let's get started. The first 10 pages I created with Stampin' Up's Autumn to Remember collection. You can find that in the September-December 2024 Scrapbooking digital brochure. This double page spread, I used the workshop kit from the Autumn to Remember collection, which comes with paper, embellishments, and some sketches. I used one of the sketches as inspiration, and now I'm showing you a die and embossing folder bundle. It's called Changing Leaves. This is available at Stampin' Up as well. It's one of the online exclusives. It's absolutely gorgeous. Basically, you combine the die with the embossing folder and out pops beautiful embossed leaves. Now, the ones on my page, I did some ink blending, and inspiration from that came directly from Erin Jacobson. She's known as Crafty Concepts with Erin on YouTube, and I'm going to link up that video below. She did a beautiful job. She did it on the very same sketch as I did. Anyway, I loved what she did. This is another double page spread I created with the Autumn to Remember collection. No sketch here. I did this one on YouTube, however, so the video is listed and linked below. I'm pointing out the embellishments. So the trees and those reindeer, I used two different die sets, current die sets from Stampin' Up. One of them is called Peaceful Evergreens, and the other one is Reindeer Fun. Super, super fun. Reindeer Fun is actually a Christmas die set, but I used it for a fall hiking layout, and I really find it fun how they are peeking out from behind the trees. Anyway, that video is listed and linked below. It's one of my Stampin' Up scrapbooking videos. I have a series on my channel, a playlist. You can find it there. Also, here is another double page spread using the very same Autumn to Remember collection. Once again, the workshop collection for this one. So I used one of the sketches there, and this one I did it on YouTube. So it is listed and linked below. And in a moment, you are going to see I created the very same layout using different material. The same collection, but different material, and it looks completely different. I should point out that I did switch up the sketch, but the sketch was definitely my jumping off point. So now what I'm going to show you is the very same page design, only using different colors, and I think it looks completely different. Now, the jumbo circle on the previous page was actually part of the workshop kit. So in order to recreate it again, I simply used the Creative Memories custom cutting system, the jumbo circle, and I cut myself out a few rings with that one. So the next one is going to be a single page layout that I eventually stretched into a double page spread. This one here as well is sketch inspired. You're actually going to see this design in this layout share 3 times. So this is the first of 3 layouts. The sketch I used was a Christine Davidson sketch from Creative Scrappers. To stretch this page into a double page spread, I simply created a 9-block grid. I find grids a great way to stretch a more fancy page into a double page spread. It's just simply a design, a grid, that happens to pair well with a lot of different page designs. Now I'm about to change collections. I'm still using Stampin' Up products, only a different collection. The next 4 pages, the next 6 pages, I used Stampin' Up's Reindeer Fun collection, and I mixed in the collection. It's called A Little Bit of Festive. It's a specialty paper pack. So this one here is actually sketch inspired, and you're going to see the very same design a little bit later on in this layout share, so I'm going to talk about that a bit later on. Here is another double page spread. For this one here, I did incorporate a bit of wood grain from my stash as well. So you can see this is definitely a fun, I find it fun anyway, a multi-photo layout. And the reason why I'm calling it fun is because the next layout I'm about to share with you, I used pretty much the same page design for it. You're going to see that the orientation and the size of the photos are a bit different and the number of photos, but it's pretty much the same page design. And I really had fun with this page design, and I'm not finished with it yet. So here's the next one. So I'm using mostly a little bit festive from Stampin' Up! Here, but you can see the reindeer fun dies with those little deer heads peeking out from the stockings. And those stockings, by the way, I created them with another die set from Stampin' Up!, a really, really old one. Anyway, for all of these Stampin' Up! Pages, I definitely dug into my tools. So I had a lot of fun playing with my tools. Now I'm about to change collections. So what I'm going to show you first are 4 pages that I created with Mercy Tiara Kit's Cuddle Up collection. This was from it was from October 2024. What you see on this page, a lot of it is Echo Park paper and simple stories, and a little bit later on, also in the mix, was material from Maggie Holmes. So this one here, I did it on YouTube, so it's listed and linked below. A super easy double page spread. I created a border that went across the 2 pages, and I basically piled everything on top of it, and at the end, I added some finishing touches, which kind of brought the 2 pages together. Again, the link is below. Now, the next page, I'm going to show it to you as a single page layout, and you may notice this design, this is the second time you are seeing it, and you will see it again throughout this layout share. This is a Christine Davidson sketch from Creative Scrappers. This one here, I did it on YouTube, so it will be listed and linked below. At the moment, it's a single page layout. I will probably stretch that one into a double page spread, and you will probably see it in a future layout share. Here is another one I did on YouTube. So again, the same Cuddle Up collection, but this one focuses a lot on Maggie Holmes products for the paper. The embellishments are more simple stories. That one I did on YouTube as well, so it will be listed and linked below, and it is a single page layout. Now I'm changing collections again. So this is Mercy Tiara Kit's collection called Cheerful. This was the November 2024 release. What I'm showing you here, most of the products come from Vicki Boutin's Wrapped in Ribbons collection. There is other material in that Cheerful collection, but for this page, most of it is Vicki Boutin, along with some Mercy Tiara Kit exclusives, especially those wordy bits, the white words, and the big word joy. In that video, I did do a bit of mixed media, and I worked with those letters joy. I actually colored them. They were white. The page on the left, that is another one I did on YouTube. I call it page 2 design. So basically, I took the page on the right and I stretched it into a double page layout. So layout process videos for both those pages are listed and linked below. Here's a double page spread. Now this is the second time you are seeing this page design, and my jumping off point was a Christine Davidson sketch from Creative Scrappers. This really looks different than what the sketch showed, mostly because of the number, size, and orientation of photos. Most of the products on these 2 pages were from Vicki Boutin's Wrapped in Ribbons collection. I'm going to go dig out the other layout that I created using the very same page design because I just want to point out how different it looks when the material changes. Now I did do subtle changes. If you look at the photos, they are different sizes. Also, I placed the title in different areas. You'll see that in a moment. But essentially it is the same page design, but they look completely different. I feel like I never tire of doing that. I always have fun using the same page design with different material, and I love how they always look different. Now I'm changing collections. I'm actually bringing out an older Mercy Tiara Kit collection. It was called Summer Lovin' in July. This kit is the kit that kept on giving. I made so many layouts with it, and what you see on the page right now, most of it is from Simple Stories. I think the collection was Summer Snapshots, but that entire Summer Lovin' Kit had a whole bunch of stuff in it. So the page on the right, you can see I have showed you that 2 times already. This is the 3rd time I've used that sketch. Again, a Christine Davidson sketch from Creative Scrappers. And on the left, I stretched it using, once again, a 9-block grid. Now, what I want to do is pull out those other 2 pages using the very same page design, just to give you an idea. Yes, it is the same page design. I flipped the photo, so I basically mirrored the design here. You can see it's the same sketch, but with different colors, different paper, different photos. It looks different. I love that sketch. I love that border and the circle. And here's yet again another one. So the very same thing with the white inside that block. It really looks different, but again, very same jumping off point. So that is basically it for my layouts. I'm just showing you one last time these 2 pages side by side. But now what I'm going to show you are some Christmas cards I made. Now, this really wasn't with material from the October kit. In September, I shared products that were from the Stampin' Up! September, December mini catalog. And what I did was I kept that material near my scrapbook table, and whenever I felt like it, I would make a few cards. Now, the handful I just showed you, or that I'm showing you now, a lot of them I showed you in September. What I did in October and November is I kind of repeated the same designs. I put some sentiments in French instead of English, so I'm not going to show you those because essentially they are the same cards. But the ones I'm showing you now, I created them in October and November. So these ones here, I used an old stamp set called Delivering Cheer from Stampin' Up! So basically I stamped it, then I used my Stampin' Blends markers to color it in, and they were really fun to do. Now these tiny cards, I really like them, and they are so incredibly simple. All I did was mat a tiny white card, and on top of it I added a few ephemera pieces, in some cases some little self-adhesive embellishments, but that's basically it. And inside I just stamped a little sentiment. So here you go, a bunch of super easy cards. Well, the coloring was a little bit more fussy, but the ephemera ones were really, really quick to make. So that's it, and I'm about to show you the still shots. I hope you enjoyed this layout share. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, Scrapbooking Quebec, I would be honored and thrilled if you did. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very, very much. Have a great day. I will be back on YouTube tomorrow with my December kit, so I'll see you then. Bye-bye.